Hi everyone, welcome to another Diamond Paint Along. My name is Foxy and this is Foxy Books and Planning. Today I'm going to be continuing to work on my Witcher Griffin picture. And just a heads up, I have not really worked on this since January, so there's not a whole lot of progress. But I hope to make some decent progress today while I talk to y'all. In terms of things that I wanted to talk about, I'm going to get set up completely and then come back and start talking about my topic for today. As a reminder, I do not own any images that were not captured by this camera, including the picture that this diamond painting is based off of, and all thoughts and opinions about the topic I'm going to discuss today are my own. And with that, I'm going to give you all a quick jump cut as I reset to get started. Okay, so I'm going to also start off with one additional disclaimer. This is going to be a kind of awkward video in terms of lighting on the diamond painting, as I've changed my setup a little bit. So now my settings for the light board are under my right arm, which I normally lay on the painting to steady my hands. So if the lighting on the painting changes a lot, I am really sorry, but there's not a whole lot I can do about it without completely changing the setup of my filming table at the moment. I'm just starting today by refilling my pen with wax, because it has been a hot minute since I've done any diamond painting. And with that, let's get into it. So, God bless. And the first thing I do is spill diamonds everywhere. Brilliant. So, what I wanted to talk about today is probably going to be a little bit controversial, because what I want to talk about is Diamond Art Club. And the reason I want to talk about Diamond Art Club is in this wonderful world in which we are currently living with all of its quirky craziness, I am still getting basically daily emails from Diamond Art Club. I have not bought anything from them since about this time last year, when I bought my Queen Elizabeth, my monkey, and my owl, or not my monkey, my guinea pig and my owl. And I don't plan to purchase from them again anytime in the near future, as much as I have lists of pictures that I want from them that are about 5 miles long at this point. And my biggest thing with Diamond Art Club is I like the company in principle. They're an American-owned company. They focus on quality. Their diamond paintings are of top quality. They've got the best canvas, the best glue, and some of the most interesting artwork. But I find that the Diamond Art Club that exists as it does today is maybe not the Diamond Art Club that I would have hoped for. And what I mean by that is they started off, because they are a small American company, one of the ways to differentiate themselves from the AliExpress companies and the other companies like Paint with Diamonds or Home Diamond Art, I believe, is another one, or Paint Gems, it was to have original commissioned artwork that the artists were paid fairly for, and that they were exclusive designs to Diamond Art Club. You could only get them through Diamond Art Club. And initially, I thought that that was pretty great, because pay the artists the fair value for their work. You don't have any of the sketchy copyright law that China has. And again, an American company, small business, always happy to support an American small business. My issues became that, or my primary issue is that when they release a picture, originally when they started, you could get the pictures in a variety of sizes. You could choose square or round. And it worked very much like AliExpress, where you could tell them the type of diamond and the size of painting you wanted. But that is no longer the case. With a lot of their artwork now, and basically every picture I've seen come out since at least New Year's, there is one size, and you can't choose square or round. They tell you when they post the sneak peeks on Instagram that this picture is 40 by 50 round with this many colors and this many Aurora Borealis beads. Which, okay, when pictures first come out, I can understand having one size, one color, or one size, one bead type for supply chain purposes, because that means you only have to worry about one thing and getting that one thing perfect. However, when a picture has been available for a while and it's gone through at least one restock, I personally feel that it should be offered however the customer wants it to be. Because diamond painting, at least how I have found diamond painting, I don't know if others agree with it, but this is my opinion, is that diamond painting is very personalized. I want this picture in this size with this many diamonds. And I'm one of those people that I am very much, I hate round diamonds. I have one round diamond picture, and that is my Queen Elizabeth from Diamond Art Club, because that was the only way Diamond Art Club sold it. And I couldn't find that particular art anywhere else to get it any other way. And it only came in one size, which is huge. And I get that and I am all for the pick the size that you feel comfortable with, pick a bigger size if you want more detail. But as someone who is accustomed to purchasing things on AliExpress and from places like Evermoment that are more than happy to make that painting any size that you want, I don't understand why Diamond Art Club can't do that. And I do understand, like I said earlier, that it is partially a supply chain issue. It is partially a quality issue, because they do offer very quick delivery, except now they are kind of hampered by the restrictions on movement and what businesses can and cannot be open. But having one size for a painting in one style decreases the amount of time needed to prep the item and ship the item, which is one of the major complaints about the AliExpress companies, is that, yeah, I can order the picture however I want, but it takes 4 to 6 weeks to get to me, and sometimes I need that picture right now. And here's the thing. Does Diamond Art Club fill a niche? Yes. However, I feel personally that they could be more customer focused in their ability to cater more to what the customers want in terms of sizes and diamond types. And I have also discovered, even though I only have one of these pictures, that I am not a particular fan of the Aurora Borealis diamonds. While I understand that there is a certain person in the diamond painting community who really likes the Aurora Borealis diamonds because they add that extra sparkle to their work, I personally feel that for the paintings that I like to do, the Aurora Borealis effect on the gems actually the diamonds actually takes away from my enjoyment of placing them and the color of the piece itself, because the Aurora Borealis is a film that goes over the diamond color, and it really changes the color of the diamond itself. And I don't necessarily want all of the pictures that I do to have that super shiny diamond in them. a lot of the time I'm perfectly happy with the shine that I get from the diamonds themselves. I don't need any extra shine. And especially because on certain pictures, they're kind of few and far between, they can actually take away from an image because it's just really subtle shine and then all of a sudden sparkle in your face. So I really feel like they should be able to cater to people more. Do a couple of different sizes of each picture. Offer them in both round and square, because not all of us like the look of round, not all of us like the look of square, and they do a lot of rounds. And my other big complaint with their pictures, sorry, I needed a beverage, is that sometimes I feel like the rendering of the picture or the image in their diamond painting is negatively affected by the size they choose. And the quality of the image itself is negatively affected by the choices that they have made that we have no control over. For example, one of the more recent pictures, or a couple of the more recent pictures that they've been putting out, are these kind of landscapes with buildings and whatnot, and I really like those. Those are the kinds of images that speak to me, other than like my fandom pieces. Is I really like kind of a still life that I would have as a painting, but done as a diamond painting. And I feel like they choose a size, and how they map the diamond paintings is no longer an accurate recreation of that picture. A lot of the times with buildings, they'll end up with really stark white lines or really stark black lines for like windows and doors. And the gradations might not be quite right. And so it just looks wonky. And when you add AB diamonds and rounds and things, it just blurs the image, as opposed to having a larger, crisper image and really doing that painting justice, or that picture justice. And it's one of those things where I wish I could say, hey, look, I'd really like to suggest X, but I don't really feel like that's criticism that they would take. Is like, hey, I appreciate you working with this artist on this image, but this image doesn't look very good as a diamond painting. Maybe you should reconsider a larger size, or redo the diamond map, kind of the computer rendering of the item and the diamonds, to kind of look and see what the computer is assigning as colors, and maybe going back and having the artist look and make tweaks. And the other thing is, don't make a lot of your pictures rounds. The rounds really blur an image and really don't do the images justice a lot of the time. Yes, a lot of people like rounds because they're easier to do and faster to do than squares, but the rounds don't always look great, and because they're round diamonds, they don't get the crisp lines that you need sometimes. And all of the edges just kind of end up as these kind of weird rounded things. And yeah, edges can look kind of weird in diamond paintings too, because they're squares, because they're pixels. But still, at a larger size, you can make those pixels, make those edges look smooth, and give a little bit more gradation to the colors. My other big, and that one is upside down. My other really big complaint with Diamond Art Club is their reward system. So their reward system is tiers, like many places. Like Sephora, like Ulta, like whatever. where it's based on the amount of money you spend on diamond paint on their products. And I will post, probably in the lower section where my arm is, a quick overview of what the program looks like in terms of the different tiers and the spending amounts. But what they do with all of their paintings now, all of their paintings, regardless of if the artist is a super popular one, if an image gets a lot of likes, and I'm pretty sure they do this so they can guarantee things sell out, and it's a marketing ploy, which is brilliant. But so what happens is normally on Wednesday, throughout the week, they will post sneak previews of new diamond paintings, and they normally do about 3 or 4, maybe 5 a week. That they're like, here's what's new and coming, available for pre-sale on Saturday. And the pre-sale is only open to, I believe it is the Ruby and Diamond members. So the Ruby and Diamond members get access to these paintings 2 days before everyone else. And if a picture is really popular, it can sell out to those Diamond and Ruby members before it even becomes available to the general public. And I think they do this for a couple of reasons. One, their first run of a picture normally probably isn't that many units. And considering they're doing between 3 and 5 pictures a week, they probably have 500 of each picture, maybe. And I'm pulling these numbers out of my ass because I have no idea what their actual stock looks like. But let us just make a guess and say for each new picture they order 1,000 units, and they post on social media a couple days ahead of time. Here's this new art that we have coming out next week. It'll be, and we have 5 pictures for 5 various different subjects from these 5 artists. They're all 40 by 50. They're all 35 colors. Have 3 rounds, 2 squares, each about 35 colors. And so Sunday rolls around, and if you are lucky enough, you are a Diamond or Ruby member, and you can go in and you can purchase those items ahead of time or during the pre-sale. So you can buy them before the general public has access to them. Then on Monday, when they go live, half the pictures are sold out. Well, half, let's say 3 of the 5 sold out, which means that the Diamond and Ruby, or there was enough demand for the picture that it was sold out before those of us who don't have that much money to spend on diamond paintings every year don't even get a chance to purchase the picture. And the picture then becomes temporarily out of stock. And you have no idea when it is going to come back in stock. You have no idea if it will ever come back in stock. It probably will if it's sold out, but you don't know that for certain. So there have been a few pictures recently that I was actually interested in purchasing. And like I said, I don't have that a whole lot with Diamond Art Club anymore. I don't particularly find a lot of their pictures interesting, but I've seen 1 or 2 that I was interested in. And both of them sold out before I even got a chance to even contemplate purchasing them. And they have not been restocked so far. And that's frustrating because it's like, I would like to give you my hard-earned money for this picture, but you don't have it in stock. You haven't said when you're going to get it back in stock. And I didn't even get a shot to purchase it in the first place. And I didn't get that shot because I'm not willing to spend that much money a year on diamond paintings. And I don't think that's very fair to their customers. I understand why they do it, because it encourages people to buy more and panic buy, where it's the like, well, I gotta buy this now because I have no idea when I'm gonna see it again. And they do offer that Afterpay as well, so you can pay it off in installments, which is a trap. If you don't have the money to buy it now, you probably shouldn't be buying it. Just saying. But we shouldn't have that scarcity culture. And the companies that I've worked for in the past that have had that scarcity culture drove me insane. Because it was like, okay, like like I said, I think I've said before that I worked in children's toy retail for about 8 years. On and off, mostly seasonally, I swear to God. And we had a limited edition set that came out every year. It was always a big fanfare of what's the limited edition thing going to be this year. And every year we told our customers it will be available from this date until it sells out around Christmas time. And if you even think your child wants this for Christmas, you should buy it now, because we cannot guarantee that we will have this come Christmas time. So January 1st, the new thing comes out and we're like, okay, we told you, this is the deal. It's limited edition. It's only available this year. We don't know how much is been made, how much is available through each of the different buying options. And if you think your child will want this for Christmas, you should buy it now, because we cannot guarantee we will have this at Christmas. And inevitably, it happened every year, except one, which we knew it wasn't going to happen the year that it didn't happen. Inevitably, something from the collection would run out before December 31st. And inevitably, you would have someone coming in on December 24th being like, I just took my kid to see Santa. She said she wants this for Christmas. I need this as soon as possible. I'll pay you any amount to get this so I can make my kid happy at Christmas time. And we would have to say, look, I'm really sorry, but that's been sold out. I can't get any more. They're not making any more. And it's the day before Christmas. So even if another store or our catalog or our online sales had it, we couldn't ship it to you in time for Christmas. And they would get so upset of well, what do you mean it's sold out? And it's like, well, it's a limited edition product, and we tell you this every January that it's limited edition, and that we cannot guarantee supplies between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And that if you think your child will want this for Christmas, you need to come early. And every year we would have someone who would get so upset that it wasn't available because it had sold out before Christmas. Except the one year it didn't actually happen. We didn't actually sell out before Christmas. But like I said, that was 1 year. And I feel like Diamond Art Club is doing something very similar to that, but they're doing it on a weekly basis. And that cycle is just painful. And there are people out there who are buying new pictures every single week. And yeah, there are a lot of people out there who do these things incredibly quickly, especially with our current situation where people are finishing larger pictures in a day because they have nothing else to do. But a lot of the people have huge backstocks where they buy hundreds of paintings a year from a variety of places, not just Diamond Art Club. And so they have huge backstocks. I have a huge backstock, and I've only been doing this a couple of years. And to have that kind of buying culture where not only do you have to spend a lot to get the pictures you want, but we're going to have this weekly rotation of releases is just insane. The last company that I remember in all of my corporate enlightenment, use that term loosely, that did weekly releases was ColourPop, and ColourPop got slammed for it. When Anastasia Beverly Hills did like 4 pallets in 3 weeks. They got lambasted for it. So it's like, okay, Diamond Art Club, what if we did this instead? What if we slow down the release schedule to allow you all to really do some quality control, some market research, send out some PR to people, because there are people on that PR list, and I can only imagine what their diamond stockpiles look like. And really think about each release. And instead of doing what they're doing now, allow themselves to buy more stock, forecast better, and be able to sell to more people. Because if you're selling to the same 1,000 people every week, you're not growing your customer base. And for those of us who don't spend a lot on diamond paintings, because we either have a huge backstock or we typically order from AliExpress, Diamond Art Club is seen as a splurge. So I'm only going to go for something if I really love the art. And the fact that there's the scarcity mentality of well, I have to buy it now because it'll probably sell out and I have no idea when it's going to be sold again, is just wrong. If it's going to be limited edition or limited supply, at least be upfront with us about it to say, hey, the reason we do these pre-sales is because we have a limited number of pictures. And we want to, this is how we do our market testing, is we put out a picture in limited quantity. We want to see how it'll sell among our most loyal customers. And then we're going to re-release the image as something that the general buying public can get. Instead of this constant release stream with constant scarcity. And a lot of the pictures that I've liked in the last couple of weeks, or last couple of months really, haven't come back in stock, even if I do still want to purchase them. And that's just so frustrating. And I understand they're a business. They have to make money. They have to control their costs. But I feel like for those of us who aren't maybe as rabid, I'd say, maybe, a diamond artist, where we're not doing 30 pictures a month, where we work on maybe one picture for a couple of months at a time because we're slower and not all of us have a lot of free time to do this. Because, like, for example, I work a full-time job, and so I don't exactly have tons of time to do an hour there, so I don't need as many pictures. And yes, I know that I'm kind of a minority in this group, but I feel like even if you are a business, even if you're trying to make money, even if you're using these programs to encourage people to buy more so you can generate more revenue, I feel like you still have to be able to acquire new customers, acquire loyal customers, but not be so reliant on those whales who just spend thousands and thousands of dollars a year on this stuff, because not all of us have that kind of money. Not all of us have the time to do hundreds of paintings a year. And it's just a vicious circle where I'm like, I really like this picture and I really want to buy from a reputable US company, but I don't particularly care for their current business model. The other thing I wanted to mention, hold on just a second. Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to mention, because I remember this happening, and I'm going to need to look back to see what actually happened with that, was Diamond Art Club a number of months ago came out with their customs. And customs are a really large part of diamond painting because it allows the diamond artist to get the picture they want the way they want it, in the size they want. And I remember it was a huge deal when Diamond Art Club announced that they were going to be doing customs. And I actually went to look because I was thinking about ordering a custom. I had a picture in mind that I wanted to do, and I wanted to see what they would think of this particular custom. And it wasn't that long after they announced it, because I went and looked on their website, and they were completely sold out of customs. Completely sold out. And from what it looked like, they weren't necessarily what... So, okay, let me back up for a second. So when you order a custom from like Evermoment or Hynynen or somebody, normally what you do is you message the company or you buy the custom listing. But normally you would message them first, asking a question about the listing to say, hello, I am interested in a custom diamond painting of this image. And the company service representative who monitors that would come back and say, thank you so much for your inquiry. We've looked at your picture or the image that you would like, and one of a couple of things would happen. One, your photo is not of a good enough quality for us to do a diamond painting on. We suggest some manipulation to get a cleaner image. Two, they provide a diamond map to say, okay, this is what it would look like as a diamond painting. This is the size we would recommend. Or three, they say no. For the diamond paintings that I have done, I have not heard no so far. I've only had 2 customs, and I've ordered them both from Evermoment. But both times when I was like, hello, I'd really like a custom, I would like this image. And they would, oh, thank you so much. Here's the size we recommend. Here's the diamond maps. When you're ready to buy, use this listing. And then if for like my Gengar, because it was a weird size, I had to add these little add-ons to add size, etc., etc. It was very smooth. It was done quickly. I normally had the customs ordered in less than 24 hours. And they arrived, and they were exactly what I was told to expect. They were wonderful, and everything was hunky-dory. With what I remember from looking at the Diamond Art Club ones, it was pick your canvas size and then send us your image. So I was like, okay, so they've got canvases set aside of certain sizes, and they'll just apply your picture to it and move on. But one of the nice things about the Evermoments and Hynyens and things is there's that little tiny bit of personal customer service of here's what the diamond map would look like, and here's what sizes we recommend. And from what I remember, Diamond Art Club did not have that. And I wasn't even able to consider ordering a custom because there weren't any customs available. And that's just so aggravating and so stressful how can you be out of a custom work of art? If the canvases are pre-cut, just say we have a limited number of canvases. And then say like the first 50 people, or do a pilot program with your affiliates or something. But don't put it out there that we're doing customs now and then immediately have the customs sell out. Okay. So I think that's all. As I said at the beginning, I'm not planning to order anything from Diamond Art Club in the future. If that does change, y'all will be the first to know. And part of the reason I'm not planning to order anything new from them is all of the things listed talked about in this video ad nauseum. From the limited canvases or reward program, the restrictions on what size and what diamond style you can get pictures in, all of that stuff. And it's just one of those things that's a real shame, because I want to order from a US company selling things made here in the US, or at least from a company that actually does a lot of quality and things. But if I can get the same thing from Evermoment, which is of equal or better quality sometimes to Diamond Art Club, and have the awesome customer service and have pictures available when I would like to purchase something, when I have the money saved up to purchase something, I'm going to go with them over the scarcity, the fear of missing out, and all of that nonsense, because maybe I really like the picture, but maybe I want it in a larger size. Maybe I don't like the size choice that was made. Maybe I think the image is too blurry and I want it a little bigger. And the AliExpress companies will do that. Am I taking a gamble ordering from those companies sometimes? Yes. But is it a gamble that I'm willing to take? Yes. Because so far, I've only had one picture be two pictures of all of my stash be disappointments. And one of them was the very first diamond painting I ever purchased, and I knew it was going to be disappointing when I started it. But other than that, I've had really good luck with AliExpress companies. I've had really good luck with Evermoment. I highly, highly recommend Evermoment. And they're cheaper a lot of times than the American companies, which, yes, they're Chinese, and I know some people don't want to buy from China. But for me, in the time of my life I'm in, and for what I want my diamond paintings to be, and how I want to do my diamond paintings, Evermoment and AliExpress are perfectly fine for my needs at this time, and I don't see the need to go out of the way to purchase from a company that is more expensive and has practices that I don't really approve of and really don't want to perpetuate. So with that, I'm going to end here. Please let me know down below in the comments, because I do want to hear y'all's thoughts on this. Do you agree or disagree? I'd love to have some constructive conversation, not necessarily the like, well, you're stupid, you just don't understand. I'd love to have some real discussion about this and see where other people's heads are at. But I'm gonna end here. Please remember to like and subscribe. I'd love to hear your thoughts and have a constructive conversation. And I will see you all in another video. Bye.